Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel.
Okay, so a couple of things. One, I meant to use my lavalier mic like I did in the first episode. I just forgot to plug it in, so I'm very sorry that the audio is very echoey. I don't really think I'm gonna be able to fix it, or I could, but this video would take longer than for me to post, so I'm not going to. But next time, I'll try to remember. I even have my mic sitting next to me on my desk while I edit, so I'm really mad at myself. Also, this bodysuit looks like garbage when I'm sitting down. I promise it looks better when I'm standing. It was a poor wardrobe choice. I'm gonna fire my wardrobe lady because this ain't it, Carlee. I don't know what you were thinking. Alright, anyways, back to the episode.
Okay, so today is episode 2 of Am I the Asshole? Now I have 3 stories picked out. I haven't read them at all. I picked them purely off of the title. So with that, I want to apologize in advance for how my reading skills are. Hopefully they get better as this video series progresses. Also, I will in fact be making a conscious effort to not talk with my hands because I know that that's annoying, but you know, when you've got a camera on you, it's like you want to be out there. Okay, anyways, so moving on. Oh, I love stories like this. I don't know why, but they just give me a sense of joy that I can't even articulate to you guys. Also, this bodysuit fits me very strange. Oh yeah, I'm just wearing like
those are Under
shorts
Armour
with it right now, so but I wanted to look kind of nice for you guys. I guess the secret's out, so I might as well change it into a t-shirt. Anyways, am I the asshole for yelling at my sister-in-law on her wedding day? My girlfriend, Joy, has been working as a nanny for about 4.5 years. Children seem to love her, and as of now, she has had no intention of changing careers. My sister-in-law, Hope, seems to hate nannies. Okay, side note, I nanny for a family, so I didn't know that going into this. So we'll see how that changes my opinion of the story. I've heard her make comments like, real moms don't need a nanny, or nannies break apart families, etc. At first, Joy tried to defend parents that hire nannies, but she just shrugs her shoulders now. Hope's hatred of nannies has begun to affect Joy. According to her, Joy is a type of nanny to attract unwanted attention and the home-wrecking type. These comments make me uncomfortable, but Joy, for the most part, seems unbothered. I've asked Hope to stop, and we've both distanced ourselves from my family. Despite my relationship with Hope, Joy and I were invited to their child-free wedding. It was a beautiful ceremony, and I wish Hope and my brother, Carl, the best. Carl has a 5-year-old son and a 7-year-old daughter from a previous relationship. Though they are both amazing kids, they're still kids who like to run around, play, and have trouble keeping quiet. Carl and Hope didn't hire anyone to help watch over their children and didn't seem to bother to check on them. At one point, my nephew fell down and started crying, and Joy, who was the closest, helped him up and cheered him up a bit. From that point on, they were both attached at Joy's hip, and we became the unofficial babysitters. Joy was a great help. She made sure the kids stayed clean for pictures, ate, and weren't disruptive. I don't think Carl or Hope checked on them once, though Carl sent me a few texts checking in. Joy also has a higher tolerance level, as I was more annoyed with the situation, but she asked me not to make a fuss. That is really sweet of her. When it was getting late, I called Hope and told her that we were leaving. By this time, the kids were tired and had dozed off in a room. Hope came in and was very upset with Joy, saying that she was trying to ruin her family by being a better mother than her and claiming her children, my niece and nephew, as her own. Now, I was a little agitated, so I yelled at Hope to shut up, not in public, but there were a few family and friends around, and we left. Carl sent me a dozen texts all about how I ruined his wife's and his wedding night, as Hope was too sad/embarrassed to do anything. My mom also called me out for yelling at the bride. I felt a little guilty for not apologizing and ruining the wedding. Am I the asshole? No, I really don't. I think that the bride, she must have a reason for thinking that about nannies. I promise you though, that's not the case for everybody. I don't know. It was super duper nice of them to watch the kids. I've also done that before. I helped like babysit these kids so that way the parents could be in the wedding like party and not have to worry about the kids. We were expected to just stay in a room, which was really difficult because the kids didn't know us and they wanted to be with their parents, of course. So kind of different scenario. But honestly, the bride and groom should be really thankful that she helped with the kid. Like, that was so nice of her. She didn't need to. And honestly, it just kind of sounds like she's passing off her insecurities onto Joy. So I feel like there's a deeper and rooted issue there. I don't really think Joy that she has a problem with. I think she's just very insecure about stepping in as the stepmom in this situation. So no, I don't think you were. I mean, it was the end of the night. You were frustrated from watching the kids. I really don't think you were the asshole. I mean, maybe if you had brought down your tone level, that would have made things a little bit different. But no, honestly, I think you're fine. And it's very rude of the bride just to be like degrading Joy like that. Like, that's not cool either. So, I mean, everyone's kind of a little bit in the wrong that made that situation, but I don't think that you're the outright asshole. And it does sound like Joy has tried to keep her mouth shut about the situation for a while. So, I mean, it's like, okay, this was bound to happen at some point, you know? I don't know. Leave comments down below what you guys think about this situation, but I just feel like you were already distancing yourself from the family and stuff, and she wasn't making any attempt at getting to know Joy, it sounds like, and getting to know her as a person. So it's like she was just kind of going in with this assumption that Joy was going to be a terrible person, even though, like, that just wasn't the truth. So she kind of had it coming, honestly. But anyways, moving on. Okay, so the next one is, am I the asshole for telling my surrogate to stop acting like she was my husband's wife? I hope you can see why I clicked on this one. My husband and I have been together for 5 years. We wanted kids, but because of my health problems, this was impossible. We decided to go with surrogacy. My friend nominated her sister, Brittany, 29. I agreed right away because I know Brittany and the family. We've set everything up, discussed payment, short and long-term plans, counseling, and doctor's appointments. We explored IVF and chose a private clinic to get it done. It started after Brittany took a pregnancy test. She only told my husband, though she had both our numbers. She only sent my husband a pic of the test while he was at work and sent me nothing when I gave her my personal contact info, but it was okay. Things got complicated when Brittany started having access to our credit cards for her own wants and claim they were the baby's needs. She excluded me from doctor's visits and scans and had only my husband go with her. Her excuse is my husband drives and has time since I work and unavailable most of the time. I felt isolated from this experience but said nothing, knowing she's bearing a lot of burden, so I had patience. My husband had no idea what was going on and if this was normal. This was new to us, so we didn't know. Of course, your husband wouldn't know. That just seems like a guy would be like, oh yeah, okay, sure, I'll go with you, and not really think anything of it. That's funny. She's 7 months in, and last week she had us visit to discuss things that I thought we'd previously agreed on, but she said she changed her mind about, and her mom was there too. I heard Brittany out and was shocked when she gave a list of how things should be from now on, since she said there was a lot of confusion in the past because of me stressing her out by complaining. She requested she get saying things like baby name after I deleted the list of names she sent to my husband. She wanted more access to my husband's credit card / free time to get stuff done at her place. Also more time with the baby than agreed on. Then wrapped up by saying only my husband should be with her in the delivery room and use the hospital as an excuse. I got up and firmly stated I don't agree on her new terms and said that she had to stop acting like she was my husband's wife and this was their baby. My husband didn't speak till she started crying. He asked me to sit down, but I said I had boundaries, reminded her what her role was and how she overstepped. Her mom went off and said her daughter was being mistreated when she put herself mentally and physically through the most selfless act for us to make us a family. She gave up a part of her life in those months to give us what we want, and I was acting selfish and ungrateful. She had us leave, then told my friend, and it got more complicated. I was told to apologize for what I said. Am I the asshole? Edit. Yes, we agreed on paying for the surrogacy like I stated above, so no favors or anything. Edit. No, we did not have a legal contract because my friend said there was no need for us to do that and basically talked us out of it because we are considered family, but we had an agreement including paying her. Always have a contract. Ooh, you should have known better, girl. Edit. Question about whether Brittany had kids of her own. She was a single mom of a 4-year-old who passed away from an accident. She had him at a young age, but she always seemed in good mental and physical health. Okay, so it kind of sounds like, okay, a couple of things. One, why didn't you have a contract written up? Like, it doesn't matter how good of friends they are, always have a contract. Always. It just makes things less complicated, and if they have an issue with a contract, honestly, I would start to reconsider right then and there. Secondly, I don't know that I would have chosen her, even though she's been good mentally and physically. I really don't think that I would have chosen her as a surrogate for no other reason other than she had a child but then lost it. It's just like, you can be okay with that mentally going, you know, up until this, but I feel like once you start feeling all of the things of pregnancy that make you realize, like, oh my gosh, I'm having a kid, I just don't think, unless you've been through a situation like that, you know how you're going to feel later on in the pregnancy. Like, things are gonna start to change, like your feelings, and you got a lot of hormones, so it kind of sounds like she's trying to fill in a gap in her life with your husband and your child. I'm not saying that what she did was right. I think that you have every right to be mad in this situation. It is something I would be very sensitive about, but I think it was okay. Maybe, hopefully, that kind of snapped her out of it. It doesn't sound like it did. I kind of feel like she needs to talk with a professional about this, because she's going through a lot and her hormones are crazy, and just with the stuff from her past. But I don't think that you were wrong for saying that she was overstepping. I think we all need to have someone to hold us accountable when we're overstepping. So I don't think you were an asshole, but I think moving forward, it would be a good idea to be very sensitive, and I really do feel like maybe she should talk to a professional about this, because like I said, it sounds like she's sort of filling in the things that she's missing in her life with your husband and child. But no, I think it was okay that you called her out like you did. I mean, it sounds like that just needed to happen. So, but yeah, because of her hormones, I would say she might be feeling like, I don't have a husband, I don't have a child anymore, but I could fill it in with this man and his child, and I'm carrying it, so I don't know. Yeah, I think it was okay that you said what you said. Leave a comment down below with what you guys think about this situation. I hope that everything I said came across how I meant it. Okay, am I the asshole for refusing to attend my brother's wedding after my sister-in-law left my 2-year-old? Am I the asshole for refusing to attend my brother's wedding after my sister-in-law left my 2-month-old on a park bench? Alright, me and my sister-in-law have always been close. Her and my brother met when they were 15, I was 12, and I'm now 21. She was always really nice to me, and we bonded over the fact that my parents don't like either of us. Girl. But you know, nothing bonds you like trauma. A few weeks ago, I called into work, and my sister-in-law said that I shouldn't waste money on a babysitter when I could just let them take her for a bit. My husband was also at work. I guess at some point she decided to take her and her dog for a walk. She says they were walking through the park and the leash slipped out of her hand. Without thinking, she put my daughter on a nearby bench. She was in a little carrier and she ran after the dog. She didn't catch even the dog, and it wasn't until 2 hours later that she even realized that she was missing. When I came to pick up my daughter, she broke down and told me everything. I was livid, but I was so thankful no one kidnapped her. My husband was so mad he stormed down to her house just to yell at her. She recently messaged me details about her wedding. I told her I would not be attending. She called me sobbing, saying that I'm a petty bitch and she wishes someone, had have kidnapped my daughter. I hung up on her and she apologized and said she needs me there. My friends and family have called me saying I'm petty and that she was stressed, and if it was an accident, am I the asshole? 2 hours? 2 hours! You have an infant. You leave him on a park bench for 2 hours? You didn't even catch the dog? Girl, nope, you did not overreact. I wouldn't attend either. You are not the asshole. I would be so mad if someone did that with my child. I can't even imagine, because I don't have a kid. So, no, girl, you are in the right. I do not blame you. I would have such a hard time moving on from that. And the fact that she called you a petty bitch, no, sister. I don't think so. Nope, you are totally in the right. Good for you for standing up for yourself. Good for your husband for going down there just to yell at her. I love that. Alright, that is it for today's episode. I don't even like calling these episodes because it sounds too much like I'm trying to make a TV show, which I'm not. I'm legit in my bedroom with my ring light and my GoPro and my cell phone. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love doing these videos. I think I'll do another one tomorrow, and I'm still trying to work out like a schedule where I do these videos and then I do vlogs and stuff, so just kind of bear with me while I figure all of this out. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like down below, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on my post notifications so that way you know every time I post a new video, which is about every day. I will post something, at least a video, every single day. So there's a lot of content for you there. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye!